And we'll go right to Jayden Smith. And how do you feel about his recent endorsement for Vogue Women?
Yeah. No, it was Louis Vuitton women.
Louis Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton
Oh, but Vogue was
the but he's
magazine.
the spokesman for Louis Vuitton women, and I love the kid to death. We need more people like him in this world, honestly, that are willing to embrace their uniqueness and not live up to what standards tell you that you have to be. He wants to wear a dress and he wears a dress. He doesn't care what anybody, and I think we need more people like that in this world.
You don't think it sends a message that you can just wear a dress like in the hood? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm worried, not worried, but I'm thinking, okay, is it sending a message that you should be able to live the life that you want, but then there's also sometimes parameters of
What do you
where
mean?
you
Like
can do it?
He could do that in Hollywood, walking down Beverly Hills, but he couldn't do that.
I don't know if he
walking
can.
down the South Bronx and not be like corrupt because of it.
Like if I was taking care of a foster kid and they're transgendered or they have kind of issues or concerns that they want to do that, of course I would love to say, yeah, you can wear whatever you want, you can do whatever you want, but I'm also in the back of my mind going to be worried that, okay, I don't know if you can really do that in the Bronx or in a Detroit or a Chicago. You know, you have to be aware of your surroundings.
I mean, for them to choose Jayden Smith, how many of the kids in the hood look up to Jayden Smith?
I don't know.
I personally don't know any. So I think that if it was somebody, I don't know, like a Big Sean or Kanye wearing a dress, I think it would have a much larger effect on like the populace of the kids that like look up to these people. But in terms of Jayden Smith, I feel like it was another way for them to break the internet on paper, obviously. So because before it was like, let's show Kim's ass for champagne. Now let's use this guy's son in women's clothes. So now, look, now we're the talk of the town again.
But wasn't he wearing dresses before even?
Yeah, he did, but that's what they said. At least this time he's getting paid to do it. Before he didn't get paid to do it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was just it worked out for the both of them. It's
are you not
controversial, obviously. Like,
well, let me tell you this. I'm having surgery tomorrow, right? And I usually take my son to work, pick him up from work. He works in Connecticut, and I drive him to work, pick him up. Now he's gonna take the train, and he's 19 years old, and I'm worried about him just getting on the train in New York City and taking the train alone.
So you're saying
that's the world we live in nowadays. It doesn't matter whether you wear a dress or you just he has his North Face book bag and he has his Beats headphone that he attaches to the North Face book bag. I'm just worried about him having that stuff and people seeing him walking down the street.
I commend him for being brave enough to do that. But I'm also not concerned, but I'm also thinking, okay, is it age appropriate? Like I always think about, is he gonna look back from years and be like, man, I really wish my parents didn't allow me to, or maybe he'll think the opposite. Maybe he'll be like, maybe I would say, that's not really a good idea. You might regret this later. But that's kind of ironic because I'm the gay guy and I'm like saying my concern of he should be able to live whatever life he wants. Yeah. But I just always think about somebody's age and that's why before you transition to a woman, they say you gotta live at a certain amount, a year or a couple of months so you're prepared. I'm just worried that he might look back and be like, man, I really wish I didn't do that.
Jayden Smith is someone who I think doesn't really...
No, neither the girl, neither the daughter or the son.
He always says whatever he wants. He wears whatever he wants. That's just his life. And I think his parents are like, okay, well, instead of telling him no, let's say, hey, you can go ahead and do this.
So most parents, which I do believe that most parents should kind of do as well.
I think it's once they have their child's future, like they feel that they have security for their kid, then they can move on to let the child do whatever they want. But for the most part, I guess a parent's first impulse is to make sure that their children is taken care of because they think they don't know any better. And by them not knowing any better, it may mess up whatever they already don't have.
And some of my biggest lessons in life have been mistakes I made. Best lessons in life have been mistakes I made in life. So it's good to let people make mistakes and learn from them.
He might also wear a dress for the rest of his life. I think that'll turn